right, Treacle? So I'm looking at my calendar and there's a big 4 in it, which must mean it's Baypril! But honestly, I'm not really in much of a Michael Bay mood right now. I'm just finding it tough to stomach the recruitment ad vibes and the flag shagging. But of course, Big Mike's fingers are still buried deep in the extended TF movie pie, so we can always retreat to the universal fandom happy place that is the first 2 and a bit minutes of Bumblebee with Studio Series 113, Skywarp. So this is one of 2 Voyager-class Cybertron mode Studio Series Skywarps released in the last few months, based on his very consequential appearance in B-Movie Not That One, during which he got his ass beat and his face kicked off by Bumblebee. Embarrassing. But look man, where there's a seeker, there's 50 seekers. They're like ants, you never just see one, do you? Do you? And as such, Skywarp is, I think, the 4th and a half release of this toy, splicing Space Cadet DNA into Blitzwing's skeleton and dressing it in a refreshing but not terribly Skywarpy palette of mostly light grey with occasional purple flashes, evoking more than anything the Takara video game fit from 15 years back, or this disgusting waterproof I got from Primark.
Hey, don't cut the activewear, fat stuff.
Right. So your man is looking très mean and danger-esque, with his hulking heavyset bod and foreboding wing cape, like the stalactites of the universe. This is a nice big Voyager toy with plenty going on visually, perfectly sculpted up with the signature big screen rampant detail overkill, but I don't know, it's just not much fun. There's definitely something of the stodge about it. Like the bod absolutely overpowers, obviously. Just an intense jumble of plane parts and mushed up cockpit, framed topside by the Starscreamy shoulder stacks and chunks of nacelle shoulders, nacelle doors, which surprisingly move to embellish the arm's already excellent articulation, culminating in fine-fingered hands with a wrist waggle. Oh, the voids. Can't avoid the voids. The legs are an impressive mechanical medley, with shiny thighs clasped onto internal hip posts, and bulging boosters flared out like hippie trousers around a scramble of shin panels and smashed together scrap. The junkyard details run so deep, even the feet have got headlights. Lads rounded off round the back with a surprisingly tidy, symmetrical wingscape. Wingscape or wingscape? Housing more posability in his wingtips than his whole Cyberverse toy. Plus a handful of weapons, like these awkward sliced null rays that only seem to be here out of contractual obligation, and this big stupid droopy handgun that hits like an oven mitt. Thank God then for the head, which just about saves the whole show for me. It's such an awesome and spiteful looking take on a photoreal Seeker, so gnarled and ill-tempered, blending the signature rounded black helmet and ear vents with a face that's half robot, half gas mask, and all bastard. A gastard. And the noggin's relative size to the rest of him makes the bod look so barbarically bloated and unholy, lending him the illusion of mass and the unmistakable air of murder. Guess you can't spell Skywarp without war. Transformation definitely flaunts that Voyager value, with plenty going on and infinity billion twiddly bits. I love how the nose cone sort of worms its way out through the back, and I'm never quite sure what to do with the arms. I have the same problem in public. And check out this wacky-ass astroplane alt mode. It's such a heady blend of big screen mechanoid machismo and Saturday morning colour block schlock, resulting in a striking and funky take on the classic Tetrajet, like some vast predatory dick bird. This is a bit of a feast of a thing, deftly showcasing the toy's bulk and sculpting. Boosters are looking solid there, and even the obvious visible feet are in keeping with the blink and you'll miss it screen model. So it's interesting and accurate, but I just don't know if I like it. I feel like it's going for sinister, but it always reads sad. That wretched downturned beak looks so thin and busted and injured, like a chunk of chewed up driftwood front and center, seizing your eyeline and ruining your day. And the droopy wings just seem so defeated, draped miserably over the spine, all mardy. I mean, you can move them into a more aggressive, like, hawk strike pose, but that only exposes the gun-obsessed undercarriage. Gundercarriage. Like, I kind of respect how much of the meat of the object is dedicated to housing this one shitty weapon, but it looks pure minging. I guess it does stand on its own, like the world's saddest tripod. And while I can't say it's not an accurate toy of this made-up space jet that doesn't doesn't exist, it does bring up the same problem I always have with Cybertron modes. Why does it need a cockpit if no one's driving? Like, nobody's sitting in that cockpit, are they? It's not Mask. It's not Diaclone. So what, is it for his benefit? So he can see out of his own body? You have eyes, right? And you can't tell me it's for disguise. Who's it fooling on Cybertron? Oh, that must just be a normal vehicle on a planet where the vehicles are the people. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's for the audience, isn't it? It's for us. Our brains require it to have eyes so we can look at it. It's pareidolia rules. Pixar's Cars rules. So, I don't know, I don't love this robot design. It's a long way from being my favourite version of the Decepticon jet, and there's already so many that I guess it's tough for a new one to make a dent. And sadly, this one has kind of bounced off me. But as the design goes, this is a good toy of it. And for what it's worth, I am glad they didn't just do the regular repaint schedule of Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp, maybe Acid Storm. Not this time. We went guy who isn't Starscream, then Thrust but the Armada version, then Thundercracker, and finally, for now, Skywarp, but not as we know him. Now that's innovation. I mean, the Seekers have always been about recycling the same guy for fun and profit, but at least it happened in a slightly different order this time. Hey, it's capitalism's world, we're all just living in it. Random patron shoutouts this time to Peter Mitchell. Goodbye, Warp!